British and Irish Lion Iain Henderson made a welcome return to the first-team squad, coming off the bench tonight, but it was number 8 Nick Timoney who really caught the eye with a man-of-match display and 2 tries. The only unbeaten side in their conference, Ulster move above Leinster, beaten in Bloemfontein by the Toyota Cheetahs, on 18 points. Ulster had the bonus points sewn up within half an hour, with scores from Stuart McCloskey, Peter Nelson, Timoney and a penalty try pulverizing the Dragons before Wayne Herbst, Jacob Stockdale, Timoney again and David Shanahan compounded the visitors' misery. Both Les Kiss and his Dragons counterpart Bernard Jackman made wholesale changes from their victorious starting XVs in round 3. Although Ulster's 9 personnel switches seemed conservative in comparison to their visitors' 13. The John Cooney-Christian Lilifano halfback partnership with the 100% winning record was rested, giving Paul Marshall and Nelson their chance at scrum half and out half respectively. Further changes in the backline brought in the rehabilitated Charles Paideau at fullback, Tommy Bowe at right wing and Darren Cave at outside centre, while inside centre McCloskey and left wing Stockdale retained their places. In the pack Timoney made his first appearance at number 8, while prop Rodney Ayew, lock Robbie Dyack and flanker Clive Ross all graduated from the bench. Kyle McCall and Rob Herring completed the front row, with Alan O'Connor partnering Dyack in the second row, and Chris Henry captaining the side from the back row. Ulster proved far from unsettled by the changes, running over their first try within 2 minutes. Paideau was the architect, creating something from nothing, after scooping up a misplaced pass and sashaying his way between 2 Dragons to pick out Ross. The flanker found his back row colleague Henry, who in turn supplied McCloskey for a fine team try. Dorian Jones clawed 3 back with a 35-metre penalty, but Ulster were in irrepressible form, and a trademark diagonal from Bowe laid the foundation for try number 2, Nelson eventually breaking through the heart of the Dragons' defence thanks to a neat dummy. 3 more points followed from Jones before things went from bad to worse for the visitors as they first leaked a penalty try off a strong Ulster rolling maul, then had prop Lloyd Fairbrother simped for his illegal attempts to prevent the score. Paideau was again instrumental for the bonus point try on 25 minutes, weaving more wing wizardry before Dyack took over with a bullish drive to the line, where Timoney was on hand to apply the finishing touch for a score his performance richly deserved. There was still time in the half for a textbook forwards try for each side. First Herbst, a temporary blood replacement for Ayew, bundled over the 5th on the half hour, before hooker Rhys Buckley grabbed a consolation score in the corner for the Dragons off a rolling maul. Halftime score Ulster 33 Dragons 13. Ulster hit their 6th on 44 minutes, Stockdale capitalizing on a stroke of bad luck for Dragons centre threatened Palamo, who failed to apply downward pressure to Bowe's grubber behind his own line, leaving the door wide open for the winger who had done well to chase down the kick. Timoney's second try 5 minutes later was perhaps the pick of the bunch, the back row receiving from McCloskey well outside the 22 and swiveling his way clear of 3 tackles to ground beneath the posts. Dane Blacker's breakaway try on 55 minutes was followed by perhaps the loudest cheer of the evening to herald Henderson's return to the first team, but it was another replacement scrum half Shanahan who made the more immediate impact, notching the 8th try after alertly taking a quick tapped penalty. The game edged to its close with a Tmaverul try for each side denying Stockdale of a brace on the Ulster side, but with 8 tries in the bag the Kingspan crowd were not overly vociferous in their disapproval. There was even time in the dying seconds for a third Dragons try, this time for William Talbot Davies, and a yellow card for Ayew for a poorly executed tackle led excessively with the shoulder. Next Ulster travelled to Parma on 30th September for a Saturday afternoon kickoff against Conference A outfit Zebre. Full-time score Ulster 52 Dragons 25 Ulster 59 Charles Paideau Tommy Bowe, Darren Cave, Stuart McCloskey, Jacob Stockdale Peter Nelson, Paul Marshall 1-8 Kyle McCall, Rob Herring, Rodney Ayew, Robbie Dyack, Alan O'Connor, Clive Ross, Chris Henry the 100th, Nick Timoney replacements 1623 John Andrew, Andy Warwick, Wayne Herbst, Iain Henderson, Matthew Ray, David Shanahan, Brett Heron, Rob Little Dragons 15-9 Carl Meyer Adam Hughes, Threaten Palamo, Pat Howard, George Gatson Dorian Jones, Owain Leonard 1-8 Thomas Davies, Gerard Ellis, Lloyd Fairbrother, Matthew Screech, Reinhard Landman, Max Williams, Oliver Griffiths C. Robson Blake Replacements 1623 Reese Buckley, Phil Price, Brock Harris, Joe Davies, Lennon Gregains, Dane Blacker, Angus O'Brien, William Talbot Davies.